Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay? I'm Dan Langley. I'm an equity partner at the Fishback Dominic Law Firm in the city of Winter Park. I'm a fellow city attorney, and I'm someone who's learned and had the privilege of knowing this year's Buchman Award recipient for 23 years. My partner, my mentor, and my friend, Kurt Ardaman of the Fishback Dominic Law Firm. For over 40 years, Kurt has guided Florida cities and other clients through the complexities of law and policy, always with clarity, conviction, and care. His dedication stands out, even amongst the most accomplished attorneys. Working with Kurt for 23 years, I want to share with you just a little of what makes him worthy of this award. Among those have been honored since 1984, which is actually the same year that Kurt started practicing law. Kurt's passion runs deep. He's a fourth-generation data Floridian. He holds degrees of engineering and law from the University of Florida, and he carries his love for Florida in every commission chamber, courtroom, and every conversation that he has. Kurt's grandfather, Ben Fishback, started our law firm in 1935. And ever since Kurt joined the practice, he's been instrumental in keeping our firm strong. Being board certified since 2009, AV rated for decades, that says a lot about Kurt and his legal expertise in the local government law area. However, his legal knowledge is just one of his attributes that makes him an exceptional attorney. He is just not an attorney, he's a counselor at law. Legal issues are often intertwined with political, personal, and business-related issues. Kurt considers the broader implications of legal actions and strives to find those solutions that are purely beyond legal consequences. Kurt's clients love his personality, they love his commitment, his problem-solving skills, his political advice, and common sense practicality. He has served as city attorney for the city of Winter Garden for over 27 years. He served the city attorney for the city of DeBerry for 25 years. He served as the city attorney for Winter Park for 10 years, and he continues to serve in those capacities amongst his service with our other municipal clients. As many of you know in this room, it is not an easy task to keep a city attorney position for that long. And he's done it through decades with multiple city clients, enduring multiple changes in elected officials and city managers. Beyond his professional dexterity, he cares deeply about people and those who will experience the consequences of our work, which is why he's dedicated hundreds of hours to this association, serving, being a member for decades, serving on its board through multiple years, serving a few terms as president and vice president. Kurt is a strong believer in community involvement, and he's dedicated hundreds of volunteers' hours in various boards and organizations through years. He loves his West Orange community, and especially his hometown Gotha, which is an unincorporated rural protection area in Orange County, Florida. Orange County leaders and senior staff members used to affectionately call Kurt the mayor of Gotha because of how involved he was in shaping issues impacting the Gotha community. Kurt continues to work harder than any attorney I know. He's constantly working nights, mornings, weekends. His brain is never at rest, and it seems like his cell phone isn't either. Kurt has more energy than most people half his age. I don't know where he gets it. He hates the word can't. In fact, they think he dislikes most contractions. Personally, Kurt is a humble mentor. He's a devoted family man and someone whose presence brings out the best in others, including me. Even with all the hours that he's devoted to work, he has managed to raise 3 terrific children who are also very intelligent, and he's now setting a good example for his grandchildren. Of course, with a lot of help and a lot of patience from his wife Karen of 40 years. Kurt's contributions to municipal law will echo for years to come. Let's honor him. Let's aspire to match his passion, tenacity, and his conviction that the work that we do greatly impacts Florida's future. Kurt, please join me on stage to accept the Buchman Award. Thank you.
Holy cow, I've never heard anything that nice about me before. Thank you so much, Dan. That was unexpected, and it's a very unexpected honor for me to receive this award. I got a call from Rebecca O'Hare, I guess a number of weeks ago, and she asked me if I was prepared to accept that award, and I did not even have anything to say for a little bit, but very much appreciated. There are a lot of people that I'm sure deserve this award more than I do, but I very much appreciate the nominating committee's award in granting that. So thank them. Also, so much credit of this award goes not just to me, but to my partners, my lawyers, my staff. Here today is, of course, Dan Langley, Rick Geller, Hillary Griffith, Brandon Pownall are all here. But back at my office, folks that make every day work for me, our clients, and our firm, Michelle Lindsay and Sonia Gonzalez, Ann Knights-Borrell, a whole host of lawyers. So very much appreciated, and my thanks to them and credit to them for allowing me to do what I need to do to be able to serve our clients. And thank you to my wife, Karen, who's here, and my 3 kids. The thousands of meetings, I've counted thousands of meetings. The weekends, the nights were tough on them, but I think it helped my kids because they didn't have their dad there with them all those times, so they had to learn how to deal with things on their own. My son gives me a hard time about that a lot, saying, Dad, you didn't tell me this, so he figured it out. So I think it's been good. They're great kids. It's a privilege for me and each one of us to represent local governments, our cities. It's something that a lot of people say, oh, you're a city attorney. Well, most people say the word city attorney or assistant city attorney with a sense of respect and being impressed that you can serve in such a capacity, because it is a position of trust and important, very significant importance. Every one of us has gotten the question from a council member, a commission member, staff members, when you've got an issue and they say, well, let's ask the city attorney. So you get the question, what's the answer, right? You know, and what you say, more often than not, is what people believe the law is. If they say, well, you know the answer, and if you give a typical lawyer answer, which is, well, if you do this, well, if you do that, it could mean, but at the end of the day, your advice to your clients is respected. And it's in large part because of the positions you hold. So I think we each need to cherish that. It's a very important position to have. We also are very fortunate to be a part of and have the support of this organization, the Florida Municipal Attorneys Association, which supports us and helps guide our practices. I have benefited for over 40 years from FMAA, this conference, even when we went up to Amelia Island, all the way down to Key Largo, both sides of the state, in the interim periods between this conference. We all know, so many of us, and have that opportunity to call one another and talk about issues. And this is a very good bar. The city bar is a great bar. We've got 2,000 city, county, local government lawyers out of more than 100,000 licensed lawyers in Florida. That's a very small percentage. But we are a good solid bar. I've been proud to be part of this organization and part of that bar for my entire career. It's essential for good governance to have good city lawyers and city council. Like I said, it's a position of trust. We are a small group of lawyers, and that is important to understand. And please do not think that just because there are only a handful, less than 2% of the lawyers that make up our practice, and even smaller percentage that make up the city attorneys. As Margaret Mead said, never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed individuals can change the world. In fact, it is the only thing that ever did. Anyway, thank you.